Hi folks and welcome, and today we're going to talk about some of our emergency foodstuffs that we save. Specifically, we're going into the Daytrex today. Daytrex, this is 18 compressed bars of food. Each one's 200 calories, so you're looking at 3,600 calories. I'm comparing it to the New Millennium. New Millennium, each one is 400 calories. So eat two of these little ones is equivalent of this. Both of these are manufactured with a 5-year recommended shelf life. I've eaten both of them older than that, and they usually keep pretty fresh, especially if they're really sealed tight like this one is. There's no gaps, no looseness. Here, it's a little bit loosey-goosey. This is a 2023 expiration. We're midway through 2026 right now. This has been just sitting in a get-home bag in the trunk of the car. What I did notice when I got this out the other day is that here there seems to be a little pinhole. So we're going to open this up. We're going to give it a taste, see if it's any good, and go from there. Stick around. And hi folks, welcome to Two Riders. Today we're taking a look at some emergency survival foods. We've looked at the New Millennium in the past. We've done a review on it. This is sort of a shortbread cookie sort of thing with different flavorings. Daytrex is also supposed to be a coconut flavored shortbread. The packaging is a little loose after 5 years, and as I showed, there's what looks to be a pinhole here. We're going to open this up, see what kind of shape it's in. It might be edible, it might not be. We'll find out now. We are in late April 2026. It has an expiration date of September 2023. So it says tear here. And what we're going to be looking at is a whole bunch of smaller individual cookies. And if you look at it, it's about half the size of a New Millennium bar. I think it's pretty similar. This is 400 calories. This is, each one of these little ones is 200. But protein in here, 8. Protein in here, 3. Carbohydrates, 26. Carbohydrates, 53. Fat, 18 grams. Fat, 9 grams. So they're pretty close to being the same. Wheat flour, vegetable shortening, sugar, water, and coconut. Same thing, wheat flour, then some palm oil, other things like that. So it's kind of a shortbread cookie. Smells okay. I don't think anything has been in on this. No critters or anything like that. But what I'm going to do is take them all out. Take a look at the one on the bottom here. See if it's got actually any damage before I decide that I want to try to eat it. It's a pretty day. A little bit of rain in the background. You might hear it in the gutters. And I don't want to spend the day going to urgent care because I've eaten something weird. Certainly, watch my old videos. You've seen me eat some stuff that's pretty old sometimes. I think the oldest MRE we dug into was 16 years. So I'm down to the second to the last layer here. And if these are still good, these are all pretty firm. This one here is a little soft. It doesn't look like it's actually broken, but I could check this with water. But here we go. You can see there's light coming through. Well, okay. I blew on it like a balloon and no air went through. It may be that it's just abraded and worn. Being that it's already a couple years past the best buy, I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice those two to the trash can. And so here we've got, let me talk about this a little bit. Here we've got 200 calories. This is sort of what's known as a lifeboat ration. And it's got Coast Guard markings on it, things like that. So consider your worst case scenario. You're in a boat, the boat goes down, and you got to get in a little dinghy and just sit around with people and wait to be rescued. You're not going to be expending a lot of energy unless you've got like an oar and you're rowing. You're kind of going to be sitting, hopefully just taking it easy and waiting to be found. So this is recommending that in a boat, in the water, you eat 200 calories every 6 hours. So you wake up at 6 in the morning, let's say 8 in the morning, and go to bed at 8. 1, 2, 3 of them, that's only 600 calories through the day, which is not very much. If you compare this to an MRE, where it's food for people who are going to be actively in the field, probably exercising quite a bit, probably walking quite a bit, MREs are typically 1,300 to 1,500 calories. 2.5 times of what these guys are recommended for sitting in a boat. So let's give this a try. Wow. That's kind of... Yeah. Now, I will say, 2.5 years past its prime, it's way past its prime. Yeah, these are no longer good to eat. Away they go. Maybe a little rancid. Doesn't taste like coconut anymore. So how would they have been earlier on? I don't know. I've tried them in the past. They were okay. They're not okay now. So, helpful hint. You bought your emergency food. You think you're in good shape. And then life comes by at you and you kind of forget to check stuff. Maybe you've got a handy-dandy flashlight and you haven't checked your batteries. You got to check your batteries on a regular basis on your flashlights. This little guy only takes one AA. I can get it opened up here. And on this one, you'll see it says 1025. That's a brand new battery I put in October of last year. When I change out batteries, I typically mark them. They don't last forever. If you use good quality batteries, this is not the best. Energizer, I think it's called Energizer Max, is probably the one that's guaranteed to sit at least 2 years in a device without leaking. If you've got sensitive electronics, you got yourself some walkie-talkies, you got a radio that you need, weather radio, emergency radio, or even a good flashlight, you do not want a bunch of acid and corrosive stuff to leak out of a battery and ruin it at potentially the worst possible time. So if you go with the better batteries in something that you put aside and you might not look at all the time, it's going to give you an extra year of grace. Kind of good. If you're using cheaper batteries, this is a little flashlight that I keep around, and I use this a couple times a week. So that battery is not going to die without me knowing it and leak out, anything like that. It's going to go. These guys, like I said, they tend to stay really, really sealed. This is out of date. This has a 2024 date on it. These things are, well, it's only a year and a half because it was 11/2024. These are really good because they have an assortment of flavors. You don't have to open up a whole big pack of them at a time. You can open up single ones. And I've used them over the years. Throw them in a backpack when we're going to be doing some plane travel. And you never know, you might be landing from one airport to another, and it's 5 o'clock when you land in the morning. None of the coffee shops are open yet. None of the restaurants are open. None of the anything is open. You're just sitting there. There's a water fountain. You might have your water bottle. But these things will sometimes get you by in a tough situation where you're hungry and you don't want to wait another 2 hours, or maybe your plane's going to leave even before any of these places are going to open. They're great. They're non-thirst provoking, and they're small. They'll fit in a jacket pocket, things like that. So here we are. I don't have too much else to say about Datrex. This one ended up horrible. That's what I get for not checking it. Check your stuff. Check your flashlight batteries. Check the batteries in your smoke detectors. We have hardwired smoke detectors in our house with battery backup. And the batteries, even if they're not under a load, after about a year, sometimes they start getting weird. And by getting weird, I mean that there's 6 wired smoke detectors that all talk to one another. And if one gets weird, all of them sound the alarm at the same time. In 22 years of living in this house with 2 different sets of smoke detectors. Smoke detectors don't last forever, by the way. If you look it up on the whatever website for whatever brand you buy, it's recommended that after 10 years you replace them. Their little electric eye that reads the smoke starts going, stuff just starts going on them. So after 10 years, take them down, throw them away, put up new ones. It didn't matter if I had the ones that had a 9-volt backup battery, or if I have ones that have 2 AA backups, which is what I have now. When one of the batteries fails in one of the 6, or if it just gets really weak, inevitably, between 2:30 and 3 in the morning, all 6 alarms start to go off. And if you want to talk about a rude awakening, that's a rude awakening. That involves getting out a ladder from the garage, getting a whole bunch of new batteries, getting a marker to mark all the new batteries, and going around and replacing them all in the middle of the night. We got off topic a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit like if you liked it. Go ahead and feel free to put in a comment. We got more stuff coming to you. Thanks for tuning in.